I would like to thank you for coming out to our spring concert for our 7th and 8th grade groups and our high school band. Up first is our 7th and 8th grade ensemble. This group is 35 members strong and features a full instrumentation, which is a hallmark of the 7th and 8th grade band. We have a tuba section in the back who's only been playing for a couple months. Wave hi, tubas. They are doing excellent. You're going to hear some excellent sounds from them. In particular, we also have French horns, and our tenor sax player unfortunately couldn't be here, he fell ill, but we have these additional color instruments in this ensemble. Up first, we have a piece titled Tempest by Robert W. Smith. This piece incorporates all of these extra instruments, or not extra, these additional instruments into the piece, and it includes a flurry of activity about halfway through that combines all of the themes you've heard so far. Without further ado, I present to you Tempest by the 7th and 8th grade of the Randall School Band. While we're switching over some instruments, I have a chance to tell you a little bit more about our next piece. Nebula is a piece that is written by Randall Standridge. And Randall Standridge, in contrast to lots of band music, is actually still alive today. He's very active on Facebook, believe me. Now, Randall Standridge writes wonderful pieces for young band, which this is classified as, even though they sound way older than they should. It's a good thing. Yes, thank you. So Randall Standridge with Nebula has done some really interesting things with tone color and texture. You're going to hear a lot of percussion, almost special effect sounds from the percussion section in the vibraphone over there. Merrick, can you wave hi for me? He's going to start off our piece. Give me a little hand wave there. Yeah, he's being shy. That's okay. You're going to hear it, so don't worry. In the back here, we have Charlotte on the timpani. She's actually going to be using the back of her sticks on the bowls of the timpani. And Randall Standridge is a percussionist, so that's why he has all these really cool effects in his pieces. So without further ado, here is Nebula by Randall Standridge. Just curious, how many of you recognize the next piece in your program? In the Hall of the Mountain King. This is a piece that has lived in our pop culture consciousness for a very, very long time. In the Hall of the Mountain King is part of a suite composed by Edvard Grieg back in the 1800s, and I guarantee you will recognize it once we start playing it. In the Hall of the Mountain King features a very, not a difficult melody, but not particularly challenging. What is challenging is how it develops over the course of the piece. I want to draw your attention to that because it gets faster, more people start playing, and we include eventually our entire ensemble on that melody section. For our final performance of this evening for our 7th and 8th grade band, I present to you In the Hall of the Mountain King. I'm over here now. Off that podium onto this one. Because up next, we have our award ceremony for the 7th and 8th graders. Now, these students are actually not going to be meeting for a band class in 4th marking period. However, this is a great opportunity to recognize students and sections who have gone above and beyond in 2 different categories. Our first category is, let me check to make sure, the best section category. This is a section that, pardon me, is truly, truly exceptional, and to the point where I played this instrument, and a lot of times I have nothing to comment on, because they're doing excellent. They're always doing the right thing, whether you're watching or not, and that's the hallmark of a really, really strong section. It is my pleasure to present the Best Section Award to the trombone section. Trombone, stand up. Congratulations, trombone. You guys can sit down. They said, thank you. Up next is our most improved section. Now, this is an interesting section because these group of students, quite frankly, a lot of them are new. A lot of them have joined the band experience either this year or later last year. They are not what we call traditional 5th or 6th through 12 students. These are students who saw what we were doing in our program and wanted to be a part of it. And not to mention just that from the new folks in that section, but the experienced ones as well, taking those newer members under their wing and helping them with the myriad of instruments they have to deal with on a daily basis. Percussion section, come on up, all of you guys. Most important section. All right, get your pictures now, folks. All right, percussion, back to the back. While they're working their way back there. Up next, we have our individual awards. And this is one of my favorite things to do as a band director, even though waving the stick around is a lot of fun. The recognition and the awards that these students receive from this program is because of the compound of their hard work and their effort and their achievement, of course, but those first two things are of vital importance. Up next is our Most Improved Member Award. This member is one that I was talking about earlier, who joined a little bit later in their middle school career, but has grown so incredibly in the past couple months that they've been in the program. This is also a student who, after, oh gosh, maybe they can tell me when they come up here, about 3 or 4 months of training, is already committed to joining our marching band next year in a point. Yes, woo, absolutely. Marching band woo. And this person is committed to joining a section that is known for its technicality. And I would like to present this award to Dakota Thomason for Most Improved Member. And for our last award tonight, this is for our outstanding member. This is a member who has gone above and beyond, not just in the musical aspect of band class, but in the community aspect as well. This is someone who is always helping out, is always taking the extra step and going the extra mile to help make not just their band better, but band better at Durand. If that means taking care of the room, if that means helping out others when they need it, if that means, let's say Mr. A is making copies, and this is somebody who needs to just get everybody going real quick while he's walking down the hallway, this is someone I can count on. Most outstanding member for 2025 for our 7th and 8th grade band is Lauren Donovan. Come on up, Lauren. Truly a rock star, never sense in the word. At this time, there will be a short set change where we move and mess around with our chairs a bit to get ready for our high school section. Please stay with us, and once again, thank you for coming out and supporting the Durand Arts programs. We're very, very thankful to have you here. Stay tuned, we'll be back in a second. That's a heck of a piece. That's a very non-traditional fanfare written by Jack Stamp. Jack Stamp is an incredible pedagogue and educator in music education. He's also a fine composer. That piece is incredibly high energy and showcases our wonderful trumpet section, trombone section, tuba section, and our saxophones as well. It's essentially a brass and brass-like piece. So they did an excellent, excellent job. I also want to recognize the percussion section from that piece as well. We have some metallophones back there. We had Will on the chimes, and we had a team effort on the crotales and the bells. And of course, it would not be complete without our symphony. So percussion section, excellent, excellent job. So this concert is one of our more academic concerts. It's a concert where we program pieces that are not generally things that are in pop culture. It's very band-centric. That piece is very much a band-centric piece, as is our next one, Appalachian Morning, and our last one, which I'll hold off on for now. Up next, Appalachian Morning features our woodwind section, a bit of an opposite from Gavorkna Fanfare. We have a clarinet soloist, Isaiah, up here in the front, who's going to be featured prominently throughout that, as well as some other students. But Isaiah is by far the most, the most called upon in this next piece. I'd like to give you Appalachian Morning. So we have a special guest tonight. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce our guest. This is somebody who, since I took over the position almost 3 years ago now, this is my third year, this is someone who I've been talking to a lot. This is someone who's been here for who's been around here for a very long time, who was in my position for a very long time, and who knows, like, gosh, so much. There's no way to put it into words other than that. This is obviously it's for Mr. Turner, Mr. Edward Turner. He's going to be coming out and conducting our last piece, but I do want to say that it has been such a pleasure having him in to work with our students on this production. I think they have learned so much, right, guys?
Yes.
Absolutely excellent. He's been coming in over the past 2-3 weeks and working on Great Locomotive Chase with our group as just to help us out and help us get to the next level here. So it is my excellent and wonderful and privileged pleasure to introduce Mr. Ed Turner to the stage.
That's a really nice baton. Good evening, how are you tonight?
Good!
I want to say thank you to Mr. Ansorge. He doesn't need to say those things. It's a privilege to come in and work with him and his students and the school. And what's not to like, right? Right? What a beautiful building. You guys did a great job. Thank you very much. The community has needed this for a very long time. I was born here, so it's been a long time. This is the pool. For anybody as old as I am, this is the pool. If you didn't know that, yes. In 1965, Durand High School was supposed to have a pool right here. And so while I was teaching here, I was thinking about building the auditorium behind the bus garage and utilizing that space over there, which was real popular to several programs around here. But that's where I was thinking. So I'm so glad to see it here. It's attached to the building. It makes sense, yes? Does it sound good to you? Yeah. I wasn't listening today. It sounds really good. So, yeah, thank you very much. I've been here for a long time. That's right. I was born here. So, I don't want to tell any stories about that tonight, but it truly is a privilege to come and work with the kids. And I hope they did pick up something. They see an old gray-haired man's point of view on music, right? Everybody thinks you're always the best, but you know, it is what it is. We all learn things a little bit differently, so I hope you enjoy what we're going to do tonight. We're going to play a piece called The Great Locomotive Chase. Does anybody know anything about it? It's a Civil War piece, okay? It has to do with the locomotives that the North, as I understand the story, tried to acquire from the South. And so that was the whole thing. The Southerners were using it, the Confederate Army was using it to transport stuff from Atlanta, probably what, to Chattanooga and up in that direction, and the North was going to try to take the trains, so to stop that. So that's what this piece is about. It was written by Robert W. Smith. I actually know him. Knew him. But yeah, it's a great piece, and the kids worked really hard on it. I hope I wasn't too hard on them. I asked them to do a lot of things for me, and I know they tried their best. So hopefully you enjoy the piece. Thank you very much for having me come in to conduct tonight. It's truly a pleasure, and I hope you enjoy Great Locomotive Chase by Robert W. Smith. I just like them then.
coming out and joining us. That's all we have for our program tonight. I hope we inspired you and left you humming some tunes on the way out. Please drive safe and have a great evening. Thank you.